Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda, and this is going to be my Books in the Freezer Readathon TBR. So if you guys don't know, Stephanie over at That's What She Read and Rachel over at Shades of Orange have a podcast called Books in the Freezer, and I've only listened to a few episodes, but I love it, and I adore both of those ladies, and they decided to put on a readathon for their 1-year podcast anniversary, so I thought, yep, I have to participate. I love all things scary, but I don't read a lot of horror. Which is silly, because I should, because I love watching scary movies. Halloween is one of my favorite holidays. I love the fall. I love the eeriness, the crisp air, everything about it. So yeah, I definitely had to jump in on this readathon. So I'm going to link everything down below. You guys make sure you go check them out. Subscribe if you're not already. And yeah, let's just get into the challenges. So this readathon takes place from October 1st to the 14th, and I think this will go up probably on the 1st, if not on the 30th, I'm not sure, but it'll be pretty close to the time that the readathon starts. So it's actually a 2-week-long readathon, which I think is great because I always want to read everything I put on my TBR, but usually I can't read 7 books in a week. It just doesn't happen, especially now with my job and us getting ready to go on vacation and like me having to do so many end of the year tasks at work. I just, hopefully I get some of these on audiobook because honey, I'm gonna need them. Challenge number 1 is to read a horror novel by a female author, and for that I chose Through the Woods. This is by Emily Carroll. I'll put a picture here. It's actually a graphic novel. I think it came out last year, and everyone seemed to read it and love it, so I thought, you know what, this is the perfect time to add a graphic novel. It's horror and it's by a female author. So second challenge is to read an anthology or collection of short stories. I couldn't find any at my library, and I'm not sure which one I would want to read, so I don't have anything picked out for this one yet, but maybe I'll find something and read it, and if I do, I'll update you guys when I do my wrap-up. The third challenge is to read a book by or featuring a person of color or someone on the LGBTQIA+ spectrum. So for that, I chose Cabin at the End of the World by Paul Tremblay. I believe this features 2 dads who go on this trip and something happens to their child and they're just trying to get him back, I believe. I've heard great things about Paul Tremblay. I've never read anything by him, but I'm excited to dive into this one. The fourth challenge is to read a book and then watch the movie adaptation, and for that it's kind of a cop-out again, but I'm going to read The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina Volume 1, and then I'm going to watch the Netflix series. I'm like stoked about that Netflix series, so I'm really excited to read that graphic novel and then go ahead and watch it. I think it comes out on October 1st. The fifth and final challenge is to read a book that was recommended on the podcast, and for this I have 2 options. I'm either going to read My Best Friend's Exorcism by Grady Hendrix, or I'm going to read Hunger by Alma Katsu, and that book, Hunger, is about the Donner Party, so I've been very interested in that lately, and it just sounds fascinating, so it depends on which one my library comes out with first, but to be honest, I would really like to get to both of them, so I'll put pictures here. If you guys have read them, or, you know, let me know what you thought, because I would love to hear your thoughts on them. So that is my Books in the Freezer TBR, and a fun fact, Books in the Freezer comes from a Friends episode, if you guys didn't know. It's Joey, and Joey from Friends is reading The Shining, and whenever it gets too scary, he puts it in the freezer. So it's just really funny, and I think it's just cheeky and like clever that they came up with this podcast, and I just think it's great. So don't forget to go and support those ladies, because you don't know what you're missing out. So don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow me on Goodreads, Twitter, and Instagram, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.